show y'all how cold it is this morning. It's -10, -11. Just a few things on my mind this morning. I went out and I did a little bit of plowing yesterday, and so did a lot of other people. And it was definitely a learning experience. Like I said, every day that I plow, I'm getting a lot more comfortable with plowing, and I'm happy that I haven't made a big mistake yet. You know what I mean? I made a couple of mistakes that kind of funny, but they were nothing like I didn't go through nobody's garage, or I haven't really ripped up anybody's side like the grass that's between the sidewalk and like the driveway and things like that. I haven't done anything like that. I haven't hit anything that I wasn't supposed to hit. One mistake I did make that was pretty funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but I was doing this lady's yard that she has kind of a long driveway, and then it opens up into like this 2-car garage toward the back. So it's very narrow at first, but then it turns into like a 2-car garage in the back. So I went in and I went halfway down the driveway. I back dragged I'd say about 1/4 to 1/2 of the beginning of the driveway out into like the street. Then I went back in the driveway and I dropped the blade and tried to angle it toward the right and push it all the way, like kind of into the grass. Then obviously lift the blade up before I get to the grass and kind of dump it in the grass. Well, the mistake I made as I was angling it toward the right, I forgot to back drag up close to the garage. So anybody that knows anything about plowing, you know what I did. I basically put a whole lot of snow right in front of, on the right side of the garage, basically in front of, if there were 2 cars in there, it would be on the right side where you can't even get your car out. And then I wasn't able to grab it with the plow because I'd be too close to the garage and maybe hit the garage, which I still tried. I tried to scoop a little bit of it and pull it back, and didn't work. So with that being said, I had to get out the truck, throw on my leg, and I had to proceed to shoveling all of that. And it probably was about at least 5 foot high. I had to shovel all of that and put it in the grass by hand. So the moral of the story is, remember to back drag close to the garage first before you start pushing stuff. So that was a mistake I made, and I'm pretty sure I won't make that mistake again, or definitely no time soon. But that's what I learned yesterday. I also learned when you're plowing, sometimes you have to watch the entryways, because under that snow, when you first go into the driveway, it could trip your blade up a little bit. I kind of knew that already, but when you're out there thinking about what's on the left, what's on the right, plow up, plow down behind you. I had some kids in the car too, so kids in the car, all this, you might forget about little things like that. And I did that maybe once or twice, but other than that, it went pretty smooth. The Snowdogg did good. It didn't, I didn't do anything big. I didn't do any parking lots. I just did some driveways. I enjoyed myself. I would say, last but not least, the biggest thing, some of these things I know already, but it's just good to, when you get out there, you kind of get it reminds you, put it like that. So another thing that was good was that I am pretty sure that I need to get my routes closer. I mean, I think next year I'm going to try to give me some more route density, or some people call it route consolidation, as if that's what Blaze of Grass says when he's talking about lawn care. So, but basically, I need to get them closer together. I did way too much driving. I think, we went out at I started like about 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. And I started doing my driveways, and I probably got done probably 3 or 4 o'clock, and I don't feel I got the amount done that I should have got done, not even close. So, it's not just with lawn care, it's also with when you're snow plowing. I watched a video, man, a guy did like 18 in like less than 2 hours, you know what I mean, driveway. So I'm going to have to get my routes tighter. I'm gonna have to pick a radius from around my house and try to get it to where they're closer. Obviously, when you're first starting off with doing something, you might not be able to do that as well, but that will be an ultimate goal. Every year I'll try to get a little tighter and a little tighter, even if I'm connecting the dots from where I've been, like where I'm at now, every place where I have people, trying to connect those dots, eventually to where, and see, when you have one truck plowing, it's even harder, really. You got to be even tighter. And the reason why you have to be even tighter is because if you got one truck that goes out and plows, there is no let me go out tomorrow and do the rest. If you're doing lawn care, you could take and cut your city in the 2 or the 3. You can say this day I'm gonna go west of my house. Next day I'm gonna go east of my house. You know what I mean? And literally make the routes can be tight on each side. But when you're doing snow, man, you literally have to do that. Per storm. Man, 11 degrees, y'all. You have to do that per storm. And by you having to do that per storm, you got to realize that that's more important, that you're not able to go out the next day most of the time and say, because those people are not going to wait 1 or 2 days. You can't say I'll go there on Friday. So what I'm learning is that route density is even more important with snow removal than it is with lawn care, because usually you only have that storm to deal with if you have one truck. Now if you have 2 trucks, route density is still important, but you can send 2 guys in different directions. But I don't have 2 trucks. I have 2 trucks, but they both don't have plows. So I only have one truck that has a plow. That's the 09 2500 Ram, you know what I mean? So this one right here doesn't have a plow. So that's just some of my thoughts and some of my experiences. I hope I didn't bore nobody just driving around with me looking at my speedometer and temperature gauge. But man, it's cold. We're here in Toledo, Ohio, and it's freezing. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and you can share this video if you like it. Give me some likes if you want. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope that it's a lot warmer where you are than where we are. Bye-bye.